Cory, it's time for 5 questions, man. Here we are. 5 questions. Patrick, Cory, Baseball Mapper. 5 questions, another installment. Let's get to it. Question number 1. I'm ready, man.
All right. On Tuesday, the Game 6 Milwaukee Bucks game. Right?
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Milkmen had a game.
Yeah.
At Franklin Field. So they moved the game up to 5 o'clock so that it would be pretty much over by 8 o'clock.
Get the hell out of the way for the Bucks. Who might win the championship.
But when the game started, they put it on Jumbotron.
Mm-hmm.
And the gates were open. You could just come in all willy-nilly, right?
Just leave.
And also, in the parking lot, on the other side of their field Jumbotron, is a parking lot Jumbotron that they show, like, driving movies and all that kind of stuff. Right. They had the Bucks game out there. They brought a bar out there. They were selling beer, all that kind of stuff.
So smart.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. 2-for-1 ticket ideas, right? Mm-hmm. So the idea here is that I bought a ticket to a baseball game.
Right.
I also got to stay and watch a Bucks game.
Mm-hmm.
We've had it where you buy a ticket to a game, you get a concert.
Yeah.
All right.
True. Google it out.
Right. Yeah. What's your best 2-for-1 kind of sweeten a baseball game ticket that you've experienced?
Okay. Good question. I actually didn't have tickets for the St. Louis Cardinals at the time. I was instead at Ballpark Village in St. Louis watching the Blues Stanley Cup playoff game. I think they were playing the Blackhawks at the time. And so, but the cool thing is that if you think about hockey playoffs, that is in April, May, baseball is going on. You could definitely partner the two things together. And Ballpark Village was one of the first places that I really started to see the potential of having these things that now it's like the Battery in Atlanta with their new stadium. What is it called? Truist Park or whatever it is.
Yes.
The new Brave Stadium. Even Wrigley Field, having that space now outside of it in Chicago. Ballpark Village has that potential where you could literally walk out of the Cardinals, and they do the same similar thing when you're sharing the city with a team that's making a Stanley Cup run, NBA Finals run. You want to get the hell out the way. They'll move the game up so that you could walk right out of there and go to Cardinals Nation, I think is the restaurant right next door. Go into that Fox Sports Midwest area, drink some beers, and watch the Blues dominate against the Blackhawks in the first round of the playoffs. So I have been there for that environment, and it's awesome. Like, those Cardinals fans are pouring right out and coming in. It's exciting. It's an electric. You're around a bunch of other fans. Super cool experience. I would recommend that for anybody. And I think it's awesome that even an independent baseball team found a way to kind of partner those things together and capitalize on it. It's a really great idea by the Milkmen.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. The parking lot was pretty full. Mm-hmm. Like, they blocked off the parking lot so you had to park elsewhere, but you could bring your lawn chairs, throw them up there, watch the game. It was great weather. It was awesome experience.
Cool.
Anyhow, all right. If they made a Space Jam for baseball, what baseball player do you want to be as Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
So who is the baseball version of Michael Jordan in Space Jam?
In a movie. And LeBron James.
You couldn't call it Space Jam. Like, what does that even... What was Space
Balls?
Slam? Space Balls?
Space Slam.
There was a Space Balls. Okay, Space Slam. We'll run with that.
All right.
I think you could pick some of these characters who have a little more personality. I hate to say Anthony Rizzo. You know, Anthony Rizzo has a fun personality. I think Fernando Tatis is probably like your most marquee player who appears to have an electric magnetic personality, who would probably act somewhat terribly with cartoon, Looney Tunes, but
the bar is low.
The bar's low. He doesn't have to be a great actor.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, not awesome actors.
But he gets up and he has to hit 10 grand slams to save Toontown. He could do that. I think Fernando Tatis is probably the guy. I mean, because like Vlagro Jr., Shohei, Mike Trout, there's great stars. Freddie Freeman. There's some really cool guys in baseball right now. But Fernando Tatis Jr. is probably the most magnetic. All you got to do is ask Freddie Freeman's kid, who loves him, loves him to death. Man, it's so cute. But he's probably the LeBron James right now. He's the face on the video games. He's all those things.
It'll be the show. All right. I don't disagree. I'd like to see Javi Baez. I think he's just as electric.
I feel like that's your answer for why is Javi Baez your answer for everything? How about like Cubs player who will be on the Oakland A's next month? Yes, Javi Baez. That is the answer for this.
Right, that's not the question.
That isn't the question. Okay, sorry.
All right, question 3.
Right. Moving along.
So I was at a game last week. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to talk shit about whatever team I was at.
Okay.
But anyway,
something didn't go right.
Something didn't go right. I take my son. He loves to go down to the bullpen, right, and watch players warm up. Yeah. He's a baseball player. He's just pretty much like in awe of watching a professional baseball player. Yeah. Anything from doing the bands to like whatever they're doing. He just wants to observe. He's not like, super annoying to them, trying
pestering
to get balls.
On. Hey, can I eat a ball? They don't even know their name.
No, right. Hey, yous, right?
Right.
So he's not doing any of that. But the usher comes down and like tells him to get lost, and I'm like, what is going on? Keep in mind, like Peyton, my daughter, when Dylan Cease had his opening day start with the White Sox, she was down at the bullpen in Chicago. And I
was there. That was a good experience.
As he's about to run on the field, literally hands her the ball, right? That he was warming up with.
Right.
So
kids are always there.
This happens at MLB stadiums. This is not a foreign concept that people crowd around the bullpen to see what's going on, right? And so it's just super disappointing. It's like the opposite of the fan first experience that the Bananas talk about.
Right.
Anyway.
Put your fans first, especially kids.
Yeah. Anyway.
Right.
Can you come up with a similar story, maybe, where teams just don't freaking get it right now with regards to the fan experience? Where are they going wrong?
It's interesting because speaking of the Bananas, I remember I got to do an interview with Jesse Cole, the owner of the Savannah Bananas, and he talked about his memory of a time when he was the GM of the Gastonia team. At the time, it was the Grizzlies. He was the GM of that team, and this memory stood out to him because he realized right after he did it that I will never do this again. This idea that I have to follow the rules by the book, the rules are the rules. Sorry.
Yeah.
And
it's policy.
That's the policy. We have a bag policy or a sunflower seeds policy, whatever it is. And really kind of, choosing that hill to die on and watching the effect it has on the fan. And he watched when he told them they couldn't bring food in and there was like a promotion with the food that they were able to get with their tickets. They were able to have the food and they thought they could bring it in, but they couldn't. So they sat down in the parking lot and they ate it right outside the gate. And then they threw their garbage away and got in their car and left. And that is something that stayed with him, that you follow the policy so hardcore. That's what you make your fans feel. And that really kind of stuck with me. So you start to notice, and we talked about this the other day about getting a little bit older in customer service.
Right.
You start to notice when customer service is lacking or when people just don't know the answer to something and then they don't admit that or they aren't willing to go get the answer or let me do this for you so you're taken care of and I'm going to go and find out what I can do for the next person who comes with that. And so it's not so much more of a specific example in my mind, because there's been times I've talked about the sunflower seeds example. It's such a non-issue when I'm going to walk into a ballpark and buy food, beer, merchandise. You don't send me back to my car unless there's something serious. And sunflower seeds aren't serious. You want to do right by the fan. That's not good customer service. So getting out of our own way sometimes, I think, is what I would recommend for some of these teams. You want the fans to come in and want to stay and want to remember and want to enjoy their positive experience. Their kids should be having a good time. Our kids should be down there interacting with players because it's awesome. Yeah. We take pictures of that. We share that out on social media because it's awesome. It's part of why people should go to minor league baseball. You don't want that to end. So
it was just one of my more disappointing experiences in all of baseball at a baseball game. Right, the kid interacting with the fan. The usher cuts that off.
The usher's like, we don't do that here.
Yeah, we don't do that.
It's our policy. Get out of your own way.
Yeah. Anyway, question 4.
Moving along.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a bad mood.
All right. Well, I don't know if this will help.
This isn't going to help. I'm going to talk shit. I'm sure.
What is your most expensive ticket that you've bought? And give me the circumstances in which you might spend even more.
That's awesome. That's good. Is that for you baseball?
What do you mean? Yeah, I guess you can extend it to hockey.
Right, because I did go to a finals game. I've never been to a World Series game. However, I did just get an email from the White Sox talking about playoff packages and stuff. So it's a very exciting time. Right. If you want to talk about that, we can talk about that offline. Even when we went to like the blackout game in 2008, we didn't even go to a playoff game that year against the Rays. After they won the division, they played the Rays and promptly got knocked out. That blackout game, I think, cost like $40. Was a different time in our lives, almost 15 years ago. So we can afford to spend a little bit more on tickets. I actually just checked my email because I think they were saying tickets to the Field of Dreams game that's going to be going on for the White Sox and Yankees next month. If season ticket holders from the White Sox get contacted, you can buy a ticket for $400 a piece. Would I spend $400 on a regular season game at the Field of Dreams Stadium? Yes. Yes, you do. You do, because it's super awesome. This year, I plan on going to at least an ALDS game. I plan on seeing my boys finally in the playoffs. It's going to be awesome. I expect to spend $100, $200 on that ticket alone. And that's just to get in the ballpark. I'm not, if I'm in the bleachers, I'm in the 500 level. I just want to be there. I want to be there among the people. So we're at the point where I think we've talked about this in our lives, where if we got to spend a few $100, I spent more than that on Stanley Cup Finals tickets, and it was the best sporting event I've ever been to in my life. So I would expect to spend more. The bigger the game, the more special the experience, even like the Field of Dreams game, and I would gladly pay that money.
Listen to you,
some money out for that.
Buying in at the first round of the playoffs.
I don't want to miss it.
If all things go well, there's another round.
There's an ALCS.
Right,
even.
and so just
we have a
more
championship.
expensive, right?
We'll do it. Whatever, man. We'll see. I hope we can keep talking about that as we go.
All right.
This is our year,
I wouldn't count
2021.
I wouldn't count on it for this reason. Question 5. In an Instagram post yesterday, Mr. Rookie of the Month, Yermin Mercedes, after having been demoted to the minors, has quit baseball. He's quit baseball. But wait, there's more. Today, he comes back in a subsequent post and unretires.
Just unretired. I mean, that's what I would do. I thought about it. No, I'm still, the dream's alive.
I got a call from my boy.
Tony La Russa, of all people. Right. Tony La Russa's like, let me talk to this kid. Let me talk to him. All right. God damn it.
So
damn it, you're mean.
Have you seen a harder and faster fall than this? And why are the White Sox so damn cursed?
Okay. Right. First of all, these two things are not connected, okay? And I would say we're cursed, all right? We're due, is what I would say. We're due. It's been a little while. White Sox are due. Got our boys coming back. Eloy's coming. You know, it wouldn't be a spot for Yermin right now, but maybe in September. I don't know. Got to get his head on right. See if he can start hitting again. Here's he's 28. It was such a meteoric rise. And
Rookie of the month.
And all of a sudden, you know, like you start to feel like I'm here, I've made it. And you know, you've been really hard on him. We've all noticed. We've all noticed how hard you are on your.
Go down the street and get a Yerminator burger.
Delicious.
Dude's not even a baseball player anymore. Right?
He's back in. He's back in committed. Head's back on. So you know, the thing is that if you think about it in perspective, if your dream was to make it, and he made it. He finally got that opportunity. And then it's gone.
Well, not only did he make it.
Yeah.
Because some kids make it for 3 days. And,
right. Exactly.
But he made it. It was rookie
for
of the month.
Rookie of the month for a couple of months. And you were just like shitting on him the whole time. I remember. Everybody remembers. And we're still talking about Yermin Mercedes. And then he has to go back down to the minors, and he's kind of blocked. And that's the thing, too, on the White Sox in particular, it's not going to get easier. He could have a monster last month with the Charlotte Knights, and where's he going to go? I mean, right now, Eloy is making his way back up. Luis Roberts coming back up. So I think more than anything, it's like the dream doesn't have to die just because there was a hiccup here. You could still find a way to figure some things out at the plate. And even if he moves on to another team or something like that, like I think that taste, I wouldn't ever want to give up on that once I've had it. Like he's 28. You can get back up there.
Yeah,
you're close. You're a AAA. You're right there.
I don't remember what it is, but we're talking like $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Versus like what, $5,000 a game or something. You know, $4,000. Like the money
alone, right?
Right. It is a big thing.
And so you have a taste of that, but even then, you're not that far away. It's not like he was, DFA'd and he is looking for a job in an independent league, back in the Pecos League to throw 80-mile-an-hour meatballs, right? That's not the case. He still has a chance. So your first question, to hell with you. Yermin's going to make his come up again. Don't you worry about Yermin. And number 2, screw you, because White Sox aren't cursed. 2021 World Series champs, man. I've been saying it. And if you look, best team in the American League, and we're just getting healthy, baby. All of our trades are going to be coming via off the injured heap. We're coming back.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Good luck, man. There's something going on in that training department that destroys.
We gotta ice the hamstrings or something. We gotta put
some ice up in there. That's for sure, man.
Such a hater. That was 5 questions this week. Make sure you are following us at Baseball Mapper on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You can catch our videos in all of these places. If you haven't been keeping up with them, go back and look at them. They're fun. We have a good time. He talks shit. I do the best I can to give it back. That's what we do here with 5 questions. Next week, he'll have another set. Somehow he finds more, and I'll do my best to answer them. Until then, we'll see you.